I mean, you played the song.
Yeah, but I had to hit that green button.
Oh.
I'm gonna learn one day. I'm gonna get it.
It'll work it.
Listen, I felt bad for Tammy and Rachel last week, and then now I've done it again. The first week I did it. I mean, it's got to get better.
Yes.
It's got to get better, man. It's got to get better. What's going on? This is more donut, and we're drinking beers today. You guys missed the first beer. It was an all-day. It was Founders all-day West Coast session, West Coast IPA, and we drank that beer and talked and talked and talked, and I forgot to hit the button to start the stream. So we got so far into it. We're now on our second beer. Let me turn this song off. We're now on our second beer, man. Okay, one day this is going to be a professional podcast.
It'll be fine.
It's not today.
It'll be fine.
Whatever. But this is a Golden Road Mango Cart Mango Wheat Ale. Mm-hmm. And I am here with my good friend Lora.
Hello.
And we have been talking about when we grew up in, you were born in
1963.
1963, and I was born in 70, so we're really close in age. And we were talking about how great the 80s, no.
Well, you were talking about how great the 80s was, and I was talking about how awkward and shitty my teenage experience was.
It's funny to me, though, because mine was a little bit too, but I felt like everybody, you know, I mean, there were kids, okay, when you were in school, there were kids that I thought, man, that dude's just, I mean, he's got it all together. That guy is just, how does he not feel like I feel?
Probably how I looked at everybody.
Mm-hmm. But then you figure out later in life, those kids didn't know either. They were just faking it till they made it as well. Some people just faked it better, right? Because I loved school. But I hated school. I don't know if that makes sense. I loved the people. I loved everything that was going on. I was good at school. I could take tests and stuff, but I hated doing homework and all that shit. But I did feel like, I don't know how schools are nowadays, but when we were going to school, it was very cliquey. Like you were either a jock or you were a cheerleader or you were a pothead or you were, you know, well, stoners, what we call them. Or,
did you grow up around here?
I grew up in Dayton.
In Dayton, okay.
Yeah, where did you grew up in a little town?
Yeah, a little tiny town.
How many people were in your school?
I think, oh gosh, I don't even want to say because I'm going to get it wrong. You know what I mean? Like
it's like 500.
So I feel like there were 3,500 people in the whole town. So I don't know how many were in my graduating class. Not many.
So like my school, I went to Meadowdale. I don't know how many were in the graduating class, but I'm pretty sure it was, you know, like 800 or 900 or 1,000, whatever.
Right.
But I didn't graduate, so it didn't matter. I wasn't a good kid, and the school counselor told me it was probably better if I just dropped out of school and got my GED, because I just was.
Dude, fuck that guy. No, really.
He wasn't wrong. I wasn't learning anything. I didn't want to be there. I got in fights all the time, and it's weird because it was not during like the real race problems that they had in Dayton, but it was like on the aftermath of that. We still had a lot of race problems. We were, you know, I went to Colonel White for 1 year, and I was hated because of who I was. You would have to go to school, and you would just have to like find a couple of your friends, and then we would leave because if you stayed there, you were getting beat up.
Yeah.
And then I went to Meadowdale, and it wasn't quite as bad.
Where's that at?
Meadowdale is over by Hare Arena. Do you remember Hare Arena? It was right over by Hare Arena.
Inglewood, Trotwood area.
Trotwood. Mm-hmm. Not far from Inglewood, but Inglewood kids, man, they had a little bit of different experience, I thought, when I was growing up.
Really?
But I've met Inglewood kids that I know now as adults, And they're the same people.
Yeah.
That's what sucks. When you're growing up, you think everybody's different and everything, but people are just people.
Yes.
They're just fucking people. We all have our different experiences and different ways we're going to where we're going, but we're all going to the same place.
The grave.
Yeah.
You wouldn't say it, but I said it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. But I was thinking hell.
Oh, we don't know that.
No, we don't. Yeah, you'd have to believe in the other to believe in the one.
Yeah.
But anyways, so in order I think we were going where everybody feels those kind of feelings when you're a kid growing up. How do I fit in? Those people don't like me. Who am I? And all this shit. But you said that it would mess with you so bad that how old were you when you started drinking?
13.
13.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
And that you mean like?
And it was pretty acceptable. I mean, it was acceptable to my parents.
Did you read in here where they said like in the 1800s?
Yeah, because the water was so bad. Yeah.
You were drinking like 7 gallons of alcohol
I
a
didn't
year.
do that much.
That's a lot of alcohol.
It is.
And they said it's way less than that now.
Oh, yeah.
Because we have Pepsi. Oh.
Pepsi.
Sugar water.
Coke.
Yeah. I worked for Pepsi for 8 years.
Oh, okay.
And I hate Pepsi. I only drink Coke. The only way I'll drink a Pepsi is if it's warm. Well, I would get them right off my truck.
Oh, right. Okay.
But so you felt like you had to drink to fit in or to be,
No.
did you party with people? Is that what it was? Or
yeah, sure.
Okay.
Sure. Did that. I think it was more, it just made me not so focused on myself and how I felt. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I think a lot of people turn to sports. A lot of kids turn to sports.
Yeah, I've never been good at sports.
Or music.
And that's another thing. I wasn't good at sports. I read, stayed to myself. I was,
Oh, what's going on, Resin?
People talking.
Yeah, Resin just said, hey. Okay, well, yeah, I wasn't good. I was always picked last in gym class too. You know what I mean? Yeah, I was probably pretty decent in sports, but I never really got the chance because I was just a skinny. I know it doesn't look like it now, but I was just a skinny kid, And so and if you weren't in the clique,
right.
I was in between cliques. I had a friend group that was we were really nerdy and into board games and stuff. And then I had another friend group that was potheads and stuff. And those are the people I hung out with.
Yeah.
But I guess I did. I mean, I just I found it hard to fit in anywhere, but I didn't start drinking at 13.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so when you say you started drinking at 13 though, do you mean you would have a couple beers here or there or?
So I can tell a story.
Yeah. Definitely.
Okay. So it was New Year's Eve when I was 13 years old, and we went to a New Year's Eve party that my parents' friends were putting on, right? And all the kids were there, right? And all the parents were in the living room, and there was a little table that's set up with all the bar stuff, the alcohol and stuff like that. So I asked if I could have a drink. And they were like, yeah, have a drink. My dad was like, she's not driving. Go ahead. And I got really drunk. I was just, I'm 13.
Yeah.
Just pouring stuff and drinking it. And and it was just off to the races from there.
So, I mean, you probably can't remember the exact feeling or whatever, but you know that all of a sudden you weren't as anxious about who you were or whatever?
I think at very, very first, it was probably just, this was
fun.
Yeah, it was an anomaly. It was something different, kind of like doing a podcast.
Right. So, yeah, I mean, it was why I don't know why. That's what I'm really worried about my grandkids. My grandson Carson he's the sweetest boy. He's 5 years old, six. I'm gonna get in trouble, but he's the sweetest kid, just like your grandson.
Yeah.
He's one of the sweetest kids, man. And then I'm just so worried that once they start all the way up in school, fifth, fifth and sixth grade, they're fine. But once they start getting,
Yep. That puberty.
I mean, kids in school are brutal.
Yes.
And it's part of
And
life.
it's the sensitive ones that really suffer. Yeah.
It's part of life being bullied. I've been bullied, and I've also been on the other end. I've bullied people when I was a
Right.
kid. I mean, you're just trying to figure out who you are or whatever.
Yeah.
And I didn't hate the kid or whatever. It's just like, and then especially if you had another two people with you or whatever,
Right,
and then
you
would egg it on.
Trying to fit in.
Yeah, I'm trying to, maybe they'll like me more or whatever. I mean, I don't
Yes.
know why it's like that, but I really worry about like watching their spirit get crushed. I don't want that to happen. You know
I
what I mean?
know.
Because you look in their eyes when they're that young and they're so full of life and
Yep.
happy. And I remember my kids, they were the first time my daughter ever came home and said somebody at school didn't like her. I was like flabbergasted. I'm like, what do you mean? You're fucking awesome. How could somebody not like you? And then she's like, but they got to go. You got to go through it, I guess. But I would hate to see so did you not? You had both your mom and your dad.
I did.
So
Yep.
you had support, like a support system, or was it? It was kind of cold. Was it
Okay,
cold?
so I've always been very introverted. And so I don't know that I ever really went to them with a lot of my problems. You know what I mean? I was kind of.
And I know as being a parent, like if your kids aren't coming to you with shit, you're like, okay, everything's good.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're not like, hey, is everything okay? You're just like, oh, I ain't got to
And
deal.
they were older too.
Oh,
They
yeah.
were like, they would have been the age of most of my contemporaries' grandparents.
Okay. So do you have brothers and sisters? Or
Nope, I'm an
you're
only
an
child.
kid?
Yep, I have a half sister, but we didn't grow up together.
But then they just had you late.
Mhm.
Like, what is your half sister? She came first from another marriage
From
or
another
something.
marriage. Yep.
So they were like, they probably didn't know they were going to have a child.
I don't know. My mom always claimed they did it on purpose.
Oh, okay, well that's good.
Yeah, she wanted a kid.
It would be tough to hear from your mom. Well, I never wanted you. You were an accident. You've heard people tell their kids they were accidents.
I've heard of that happening. Yeah.
Try. What's he
It's a
saying?
weird phrasing. Accident.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know what you're doing.
That's what you call a car wreck that happens.
But I wonder. I've been having problems with that too. Like, it's not an accident. Somebody did something stupid.
Yeah.
No, but then my brother argued with me. Well, sometimes car accidents are just accidents. But when you're having sex, sometimes you can take all the precautions and everything and
Yes.
still have a child. So
Yes.
then it is an accident. But I don't know how. I've only had 2 children.
Yeah.
Well, no, I mean, I have. We did have a third one, but we had an abortion.
Okay.
But so growing up, you felt like you didn't fit in. I felt like I didn't.
No, I didn't. I knew I didn't.
But you did.
I didn't.
No, you didn't.
No.
So you turned to alcohol, and then that just kind of progressed as you got older, or
I don't know that it's ever really
stayed the same?
progressed. It kind of stays the same.
but you just feel more.
I mean, you're doing it for years and years and years. You're like, I wonder if this is a problem. You know what I mean?
Right. So that's what we were talking about. You don't know if you're an alcoholic or not.
I mean, I don't know if I went, what they say, 4 days before it's out of your system. Isn't
Is that
that
what they say?
I think so. If I went 4 days, if I'd go into withdrawals, I don't know because I haven't tried.
Okay,
In a while.
That's something I should have looked up too. Because is there a difference? Your body, you can be physically addicted to the alcohol. That's when they go through the
Right.
withdrawals and stuff.
Yes.
But you can also just be maybe emotionally or
Sure.
mentally.
Well, it's like we
addicted.
were talking earlier about habitual.
It's more of
just
it can be a
doing
habit.
habitual things.
Like me with food. Like,
Right.
yeah. So like if I'm just sitting, like I've been trying to eat better and trying to eat different. And I noticed that like if I'm off work, I have a different routine with food than if I'm at work. Even if I'm not hungry, I always stop here, and this is where I stop and I take a pee and I get something to eat.
Right.
But I'm not hungry, but you're going to get it anyway. So like,
Yeah.
you don't need a beer,
Yeah.
but this is what you do when you get off work. You
Right.
buy a three beers or 3 or 4
Right.
beers, and
3 beers and
no, they're the tall.
Yeah.
What do you drink? Those ice
beasts.
beasts.
Hmm.
Is it Natty?
No, it's Milwaukee's Best.
Milwaukee's Best.
Ice.
I like Natty Ice, man. That stuff was good. I've never had a Milwaukee's Ice. No, I think I did drink one of yours once
Maybe.
at camping.
Maybe.
So, but I think alcoholism we talked about is it's a bigger problem than I thought. I had no idea because like I can come home. I don't drink. I mean, I drink on the podcast. It was funny because Tammy,
Doesn't drink at all, right?
well, she doesn't drink at all. But one day I was talking to her after the podcast. I told her on game night, I said, I'm going to get drunk tonight. And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, you always drink. And I'm like, the way people perceive you,
right.
because she only time she sees me, I'm drinking.
Right.
Like if we go to trivia or a game night.
Well, and that is another thing because you can like, people can perceive you, back to the perception thing, as being one thing that maybe isn't normal, but you see them only on those particular days,
Oh yeah.
right?
Yeah. And I felt weird when she said that though. I'm like, I never drink. Like I drink now the podcast is going, I'm drinking on the weekends, but I don't sit at home and drink. Like if I'm
Right.
Monday through Friday, I don't drink at all. Unless I go out to get wings or something. Even at trivia, the one day the bartender says, you want a Mick Ultra? And I'm like, no, I'm having water today. She's like, are you feeling okay? God damn. So do you have a guy do you have a carry out you go to all the time or a place you
Yeah.
go? And they know you and stuff?
Yeah.
They're like, here, we got your, okay. But if you were like, I'm not drinking today, they'd be like, what?
No.
No?
No, they're pretty cool about it. They ask about cigarettes a lot of times. Like, you want cigarettes?
That's another thing too. Like I quit smoking like 30 years ago.
Yeah.
And every now and then I'll get a whiff of a cigarette or if it's off in the distance or something, I'm like, man, that
Like
smells
it.
good.
Yeah.
But most of the time when I smell it, I'm like, oh, that's so gross. But I was addicted to cigarettes. I only smoked for a few years. I mean, it got me pretty quick when I was young. I started smoking cigarettes because a girl at school that I liked smoked. And so I wanted to, be able to, I mean, it's a reason to talk to her or
definitely.
whatever. And so then I started smoking and I hated it. It was disgusting. And then I just kept doing it, and I'm like, and then eventually, because I used to ask a friend of mine, like, how do you know when you want a cigarette? Because it's not like a timing thing, you know what I mean? Because I didn't know.
Yeah.
How do you know when you want a beer? How do you know when you want a cigarette? I think cigarette addiction is way worse than beer, though, right?
I've heard that. I don't know if that's
You
true
don't know
or
that-
not.
No. Cigarettes are supposed to be like they're almost it's almost worse than heroin is what they say. Like trying to get off the
heard that.
cigarettes. Like if I'd have been on smoking longer, I probably might not have been able to get off. But I just cold quit. When I quit, I think one of a couple things got me. Like my daughter was a baby in her car seat in the car, and I flipped my ashes out the window, and then about a couple minutes later, I heard her screaming. The cherry had flew off my cigarette and landed in the car seat and burned her.
That's a nightmare.
And then my wife didn't smoke, so I would have to go outside to smoke, and I just got sick of that.
Yeah.
And then eventually I was just like, you know what, man, this ain't worth it. I'm just done. And so I just cold quit.
So, did you experience any?
Oh yeah, it was tough.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, one day she came home from, I came home from work, and she had a pack of cigarettes and threw them in. She's like, here, bastard, because I'm
because
just
of the way you're acting.
yeah, I'm just an asshole, But so I don't really feel like I've ever had a big problem with alcohol though. Like I do feel like I had issues fitting in, but I felt like everybody went through that kind of stuff,
Right.
But I didn't know that then. I felt like I was the weird one and all that, but I wonder if I would have turned to alcohol. It could have been bad. But you seem to be, I mean, I know you say that
I'm fine.
yeah, you've had a good life.
I have.
Right.
Yeah.
So it hasn't been like detrimental to you or
Right.
anything. Like, have you been?
I mean,
did you get a DUI?
No.
Have you been in jail for drinking?
I did go to the mental ward once. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I had a suicide attempt. So,
Did you?
Yeah.
I saw that in here too. That's one of the death, right?
Yes, probably.
I don't know if alcohol is the cause of suicide or suicide's the cause of alcohol.
I think my personal opinion is that alcohol is the attempt to like medicate whatever's happening that leads you to wanting to suicide.
That,
It's an attempt.
yeah, that's very, I mean, that resonates because self-medicating, I mean, it's, you can say I'm bullshit or whatever, but I think everybody has issues. We all fucking have them. And the biggest problem I think we have is we don't talk about stuff. We don't talk about feelings and
We don't
emotions.
have time.
But I mean, when you're a kid growing up, like nobody tells you that it's okay to be, it's okay to feel what you're feeling. Like they're starting to now, I think. People are
Yeah.
starting to do that now. But when I was a kid, shut the fuck up.
Right.
Kids would be seen and not heard.
Right.
You're dumber
What
than
are
a
you
box of
crying
rocks.
for?
Yeah. What the hell are you crying for? And it was even worse on my mom's generation. My mom, when she grew up in Kentucky, my grandma was a hard ass. I mean, they were just, my great grandma, life was hard.
Yeah.
And they were like, shut up and go do your chores.
Right.
Kids were basically born to help with the farm, you know?
Yeah.
That's what kids were for then. But I think I wonder, but we don't talk to people. We're never taught. We don't talk about emotions and love and all that. It's easier to just hide and be alone. And everybody feels like they're alone and all that shit. I don't know where I'm going with this, but it sounds good. But it's just easier to be alone than it is to deal with stuff. And that's how I've always used humor.
Yeah.
Is my thing. Like I just want to make a joke. You're struggling with, okay, you're trying to get out of Platt. I get it, Resin. I get it, dude. Platt is tough. But I've always just used humor. Like I would just not, instead of dealing with anything,
Yeah.
I would rather just make a joke or make fun of something. But you had turned to alcohol. And as you got older in life, so you were married?
Twice.
Okay. And then your kids are,
Excuse me.
how many children do you have?
3.
3 kids?
Yep.
I've only met one.
You met
No, I
two.
met 2, Ryan and,
Yeah.
okay. So you have another one lives in Las Vegas?
Yes.
Okay. Are they all from the same marriage?
Well, my oldest daughter I got pregnant before I got married. And then that relationship didn't work out after the pregnancy happened. So, so my first husband is the father of Ryan and Jocelyn.
So this is a weird question.
Okay.
And I don't want to feel like this is an interview because we're just talking.
Okay.
But you say you drink 3 or 4 beers every night.
I didn't say that.
No?
I said I drink every night. I buy 3 beers.
Okay.
And sometimes I'll drink.
So I'm not trying to put words in your mouth.
Right.
But my question is, so when you're pregnant,
I didn't drink.
You didn't drink?
I didn't drink. Well, I'll take that back. When I was pregnant with Charity, my first, I probably did.
okay.
At least sometimes.
When was that? Was that the 90s?
So she was born in 82.
82. Oh, wow.
Yeah. So when you talk about the 80s, see, I was a mom. I was having kids.
So you were you were young, 20s.
Mm-hmm.
I had my kids when I was young too, my 20s. So, yeah, I don't know. Alcoholism is, what do we say, 78,000? I'm trying to find it. We already put all this, here it is. Okay. 178,000 people die every year from alcohol. And that's not like from drinking a beer, right? Some of them are from, you said like
cancer?
it causes diseases, it causes cancer. Alcoholism it probably messes with people that are alcoholics don't eat right.
I mean,
But you're not,
Okay,
you just keep
but
saying you're an
from-
alcoholic, but you're not.
I didn't say that. I said I don't know.
Okay.
I
Because I don't
probably
think
am.
you are. I don't think that you are because, well, I can't say I don't think you are, but I mean, there are people that have worse problems with alcohol.
Sure,
Like you don't have a
absolutely,
problem with alcohol.
Absolutely.
Because it's not like, you're not,
I'm not waking up in the morning and drinking a beer. I'm really not.
right. Yeah, definitely. So it's not like that. 488 people die every day from alcohol. And you said these are not DUIs don't count.
Right. I think that's what it said. Where is this? Let me find it.
Alcohol related deaths by sex. Let's talk about that.
Okay.
Alcohol can affect men and women differently. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Like, I wonder how many alcohol related pregnancies there are.
Yeah.
Okay. 119,000 deaths among boys and men, and only 58,000 among girls
And that's per year.
and women. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, we
So-
could have a discussion about, how
Most
things are measured.
Most alcohol deaths involve people 35 and over.
Right. Well, because they're saying that most of them are because of chronic
But you have to
use.
get the chronic. Yeah.
You have to get the chronic.
The chronic. Yeah. That'll keep you from drinking. I'm not allowed to do that. I don't smoke weed, please. Job, if you're listening. I'm not of course, I had gotten a wreck a couple weeks ago and I had to go take a drug
I know.
screen. And I was like, the lady was like, hopefully this comes back good. I'm like, I'm not worried. I don't do drugs that you know about. What is this? Potential reasons for increases in alcohol related deaths. Availability of alcohol. How's that there's still some dry counties in Kentucky. You know that? Like,
Are there?
yeah,
Wow.
there's still a few dry counties in the country, but I mean, alcohol is readily available everywhere. I mean, there's
Right.
nowhere that I've ever been where you can't get a drink.
And in my experience, it's been that way since I was a kid.
Here's a question. This is increases in people experiencing mental health conditions. That, I think, so alcohol is not I would say it's more of a, like, you going back to this medicating, like self-medicating, like
Yeah.
mental health issues. That's what they're suffering from. It's not
Right.
alcohol.
Well, and that goes back to the availability. If you can't get the
Help.
medications or the help or whatever it is
Yeah.
you need, you're going to go with what's available.
Yeah, which alcohol. I always say this, like, I know this might sound stupid, but I would like to smoke a joint every now and then. Like, I would like to just relax and get high.
Yes,
And
that sounds stupid.
well, I'm about to get to the reasons. It's going to
Okay.
sound stupid.
Right.
But like, I would like to just, I mean, it makes you just relax and watch a movie or, whatever, or hang out with friends and laugh and whatnot. The United States government wants me to be an alcoholic. Okay.
Yes.
This is the way I'm thinking.
That's correct.
Because I drive a truck for a living. So it doesn't matter how many states or anybody makes marijuana legal. I'm never going to be allowed to smoke marijuana
Oh.
at my job because CDL, you're not allowed to smoke marijuana. So they would rather that I went home and drank every night because I don't care who you are. You need something to fucking be here. I mean, this life, it sucks.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's bad.
and even if you're having a great life, you still
Yeah.
want to not be you for a minute. You know what I
Right.
mean? And that's, I don't know. I just want to be able to get high every now and then and fuck the government. Alcohol is easy to access and widely available. Policies in many states have expanded options to carry out alcohol. I went to a fucking Taco John's. I think it's Taco John.
I don't know what that is.
It's a taco place
Okay.
where you can get Mexican
I
food.
figured that, but
They got margaritas to go.
oh
I'm
yeah.
like, what are you guys fucking doing to
Yeah.
me? Because do you think I need to go home? And they give you a straw that's this big. Here's your margarita. Drive home with your Taco Bell. If Taco Bell sold margaritas, it would be the number one restaurant in the country. There's no way I would not be at Taco Bell every day
Long
drinking.
John Silver's used to serve beer.
Yeah, but you couldn't leave with it.
No,
Like, it wasn't
no,
to
you
go.
couldn't- You couldn't leave.
I didn't know that. Oh, I used to love Long John Silver's.
Mm-hmm.
They had their hush puppies. They're not. Are they still around?
Yeah, I think there's one Centerville.
There's nothing better than a couple pieces of fish from Long John Silver's.
know, right?
Just covered in tartar sauce, and then them hush puppies. Man, it's just good. You get the crumbs. What are they called?
What the,
I forget what they were called.
I don't know.
Residents having trouble playing Rocket League today. All right, so let's kill this beer, then we'll switch to the next one, and we'll go on to the last topic of the day. You guys missed the whole first topic because I did not hit start. I suck at this. I'm not a good podcaster. Do you think we covered everything?
I think so.
You think we got into it?
Yeah.
About 2/3 of alcohol-related deaths were from chronic conditions. Another third were from binge drinking. Ooh, we didn't get into binge drinking. That's me. Like, I don't drink on the regular, but when I do, I don't stop. But I can't believe that DUIs don't count. That number would be astronomical.
Right. Where I was trying to figure out where I read that at.
All right, I'm gonna get the next beer and I'll be right back.
Okay. Thank you. I know. I know.
All right. This next beer, it's called, is that Nocterra? The Nocterra Brewing Company? Where are they out of?
Powell, Ohio.
Ooh, it's an Ohio beer. Nice. This beer is called Wandering Path. It's a Hefeweizen, which I really like Hefeweizens.
Banana forward.
Yep.
With just enough clove in the background. I like clove.
Do you?
Yeah.
I wonder what clove is. I guess we'll figure it out. You know what clove is.
Yeah.
Is it like a spice?
Yeah,
or
it's a spice.
Okay. So I've never had this beer. That's what we try to do here on the podcast is drink beers I've never had because what's the sense in drinking beers you've already drank? Man, I know these don't have a lot of alcohol in them, but I am feeling it. Maybe we're drinking pretty fast. What do you think?
I think we are.
This one has 5% alcohol, which is still just a little bit more than a Bud Light. Bud Light has 4.7. So this is it's not like a get you lit up beer. Like we drank a couple weeks ago, 9.5. What'd you say the one you drink?
4.9, right?
4.9?
I thought, maybe it's 5.9. I don't know. I think it's 4.9. I did say 5.9, but I think it's 4.
This don't smell like banana. It doesn't smell like that mango beer. I don't think I like that one that much.
You didn't like it?
That mango one?
It's pretty good.
You liked it?
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever met a beer you didn't like?
No.
Man, I'm so happy with the new mic. Look at that mic. It wasn't supposed to be here until Tuesday, so I didn't know we were going to do it today. You don't like it?
It's weird.
Hold on.
It's got like a smoke flavor. Can you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
You don't like that?
I mean, it's just weird.
It's so way different than the last one.
Yeah, it is.
There's no fruity flavor. Most Hefeweizens do have a slight hint of banana. And this one said banana on the can, but I don't taste banana.
It's smoky.
It's a little,
right?
Yeah. I've had like smoked beers before.
I haven't. That's good. I would just.
Your face doesn't say that.
No, it took me by surprise.
Huh. I don't taste any banana like hint. Like a Hefeweizen usually has like a hint of banana, and that doesn't. And it even said banana on the.
It reminds me of something.
So when we were bringing up topics to talk about on this podcast, you had said you wanted to talk about surveillance in America or surveillance in the world.
Surveillance.
Just surveillance.
Just
period.
the idea of as many cameras that we have. And I mean, everything from the top down, really. What happened?
I rubbed my papers against the damn mic stand and it went.
Oh,
I'm not a good podcaster. I'm doing my best, people. So go ahead. Did I interrupt your thought?
oh no,
Okay, so as many cameras as there are in this country,
Right.
as many cell phone. I mean, everybody has a camera. Everybody has a movie studio in their pocket.
pretty much.
You know, they're making movies on iPhones now.
Right.
Whole entire movies, editing and everything,
Right.
right on the damn phone. I'm a truck driver. I know people that know me know that I drive a truck for a living, and I swear I want to put a camera on the side of my truck, pointing down, because 8 out of 10 cars that pass me, people are on their phone, and I think it would be great videos. I mean, it's insane. All the people that are on their phone when they're driving down the street now. I know people don't care about that, but it's dangerous.
It is dangerous.
You ever been? You don't drive much.
I don't.
There's be sometimes where I'm like, I'll be driving and then all of a sudden I'll just like, all of a sudden come to, like I've been in some type of state and I'll be like, did I even stop at I mean, I don't even know how I got where I'm at, but I'm not on my phone looking at my phone while I'm driving. So I'm a professional driver. Okay. But when you brought up surveillance to me, the first thing I thought about was the Super Bowl commercial that
Right.
Ring,
The Ring cameras.
yeah, Ring doorbell. And they put out an ad. It was pretty innocent. I felt like on their part because they wanted to be part of a network where you could find your lost dog. So the Ring cameras were going like they're on everybody's door. I don't have one.
I don't have one.
But if a dog that was lost in the neighborhood, they have software that would recognize it. They joined with another company. I'll get to that in a minute. They're called Flock Security.
Yeah.
But they've developed some software to where they can identify the dog. And so if they see your dog running through, it'll send out an alert to everybody saying, hey, your dog is in this neighborhood or whatever, blah, blah, blah. Which sounds like a good idea, right? No?
I mean, do you remember a few years back when they were talking about the chip?
What do you mean?
Like
Chips?
chipping
have chips.
dogs. And
Oh, yeah. They put chips in your
then
dogs.
talked about chipping children.
Yeah. Yeah. What? Go.
I don't know. I mean, just take it. Take it. for
It's
that.
scary
Yeah.
to me.
Yeah.
But it also, I think they were like, it's like almost a sense of, well, we're doing this for your own good.
Of course.
You know?
So I go ahead.
No.
You looked up that. I looked up the Patriot Act.
Oh, yeah. I
'Cause
remember
that's
that.
kind of
Yeah.
what started everything.
Yeah. I remember when George Bush,
Yep. After 9/11.
after 9/11,
You know, it took them less than 45 days to get that passed.
isn't that funny?
Yeah, and it passed like there was, I think, one dissenter in the Senate. I don't know about the House.
It's funny because like all they have to do is like use, I call them trigger words, like scare words, like, and both sides do it.
Yeah.
Everybody in the government does it.
Yeah.
They're like, but they prey on your, like, oh no.
How old were you during 9/11?
2000. My kids were
Okay.
4 and
So you were,
I was in my
you were
20s.
adult, yeah.
Yeah. I remember where I was at and everything. 9/11 was,
Yeah.
I'll never forget it.
Right.
I mean, I forgot. I don't celebrate every year like you're supposed to. Are we supposed to celebrate?
I don't think so.
They're like, never forget. I'm like,
Should we do that? I don't want to do that.
No, not celebrate,
That's
but you
a
know what I
terrible
mean.
thing, dude.
But you know what I mean.
Yeah, I do.
They always talk about it like it's, we're supposed to remember, we're always supposed to have parades or something.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I remember where I was at. I remember what I was doing. I remember all that stuff. But go ahead. You were.
But so you remember like the surge in patriotism.
Oh, yeah. Everybody had flags in their
Yeah.
car, flags everywhere.
Right.
And it was funny because we all came together too. There wasn't much hate or
Yeah,
anything for anybody else because we had a group of people we were supposed to hate.
We came together to pass the Patriot Act. That's
Yeah.
what we did. And that what you were saying about we always go with safety. It's always freedom versus safety. We always go with safety.
Safety.
Always.
Yeah. Resin said he was in first grade and when 9/11 happened. You were 6? Damn,
Wow.
you're a youngin'. But yeah, it's always most people, because it's freedom is hard.
Yes.
If you want real freedom,
Correct.
it would be hard.
Yes.
It's easier to just say,
Have safety.
you guys take care of us.
Right.
But they don't take care of you like you want them to.
Right.
That's a whole other thing. God, they don't do shit for us.
Well, except surveil us.
It's way worse than you would ever think because, but people did explode. They hated this commercial. They hated the fact that Ring had the technology to be able to do that. And so people lost their minds. Mm-hmm. So Ring doorbell, I didn't know they were owned by Amazon. Amazon owns Ring. I had no idea. Amazon owns everything. But people flipped out and lost their minds. So Ring they discontinued their contract with that Flock security. So they're not going to do that anymore. But if you read further into the shit that I printed out, they already have that technology. Ring has it without them. They don't need them. They already have face recognition technology. And then there was for a little bit.
Your phone does. You can unlock your phone with your face.
Yeah, but if you're walking past your neighbor's house and you have a warrant out for your arrest, and the Ring doorbell sees you, right now they're not it's not alerting the police that you're right here or whatever.
Right.
But that's a lot of people's concern is that that's right around the corner.
And it could be.
It is. I don't care if they're denying it all they want. They're saying they don't work with law enforcement and all that. I don't believe them. I mean, they might not outwardly do it, but I mean, the government is going to take advantage of that. There's no way they're not, right? Am I wrong?
No, I think you're right. And the thing that gives them the ability to do all that, to surveil at that level.
That's us. I got to turn that off. Go ahead.
Oh, it's the Patriot Act. that gave, I mean, I have it written down if you want to see it.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead.
I don't have the Patriot Act written down. I
was going to say, wow, I've never looked into it. But while you're doing that, it's because I was thinking people, it's us though. We're allowing it to happen to us because, like we said earlier, safety over freedom. Yeah. But no, people don't understand what freedom is. People think we have freedom right now.
Right.
And you do, kind of. You have the freedom to get whatever job you want to pay your bills you have to pay.
It contains 150 provisions that expanded surveillance powers. 150. And they had it written within 45 days. Tell me that ain't fishy.
It's crazy because they probably already had it written. They probably already were ready to go.
Yes.
And that also lends the opportunity to also get into all the 9/11 inside job stuff. So, which I don't know much about. So I don't want to get into it too much, but I mean, there were probably a lot of people that were okay that it happened. I'm just going to say that.
At least probably knew it was a possibility and let it happen.
That's kind of what I think. I don't know if it was a direct hand, we're doing this or whatever, but they were like, that happened with Pearl Harbor. That's one of the theories is that they knew Pearl Harbor was going to happen and we wanted to get in the war, but we didn't know how to get into it. So they were like, well, they're about to do this, so let's just let it happen. And then once it happened, we were able to get into the war.
Yeah.
People that say we don't want to get into wars, they don't know what they're talking about because the government wants to be in. They want to be involved.
You have to look. You just have to look.
They make a lot of money.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of things that but Amazon Ring already integrates biometric identification. It's already in the. They don't need. I don't even know why they were working with Flock. I mean, I would have to look into it further to see why, but they already have the technology. The face recognition technology is already there, so they already know where you're. My job, they know where I'm at at all times. My truck is tracked. They know how fast I'm going. They know what road I'm on, and it's even weirder because I called into work one day. I'm in a traffic jam, right? I'm on 74 coming out of Indiana into Ohio, and we're dead stopped. There's a wreck, obviously, up in front of me or something. So I call on my dispatch, and she's like, oh, yeah, I see you. Okay, now you can get off at the next exit and go back and take another, I'm like, what do you mean you see me? She's like, well, there's cameras all over the highway.
Right.
We can see everywhere on the highway.
Right.
They're everywhere.
Everywhere.
Every store. Do you remember like, used to be like when a store would get robbed, then they would put the footage of the robber or whatever, and you couldn't tell if it
Yeah.
was a guy or a girl, if it was black or white, if he had a blue coat on. I mean, the video was horrible. Now they can tell if you got pimples on your nose. I mean, these cameras are insane.
Yeah.
It's crazy, and they're everywhere. And this camera that I'm looking at right now, the one I'm pointing to right now, $100. It's a 4K camera, cheap as shit, and is great. And it works. I could take it outside in the dark, and I could see everything. The cameras they're everywhere.
Yeah.
It's crazy right now. But did you have more you want to talk about? Because I got stuff I want to talk about.
Good.
Okay. I asked, how many times a day do you think that you get caught on camera?
Like caught on camera?
Like
I
seen,
think
and
when
like
I-
if
when
they were to
I-
pull up all the footage of you,
when I go to work, I think I'm continuously on camera.
you're on camera all day.
Unless I'm in the bathroom. Yeah.
What if you are on camera?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so I wanted to know, like a daily average estimated between 34 and 78 times a day. To me, that's insane. Like
Yeah.
you're talking about while you're at work
Right.
because you
So
work
how do you
in a
count
building.
that? Is that one?
That's all day
or is
long.
that-
But they're just talking about during your everyday daily life, you get about 80 times a day. You're on camera
Yeah.
somewhere. They can actually trace you, like they can figure out your whole day.
Yeah. Well, your phone does that.
My phone does. Yeah. What is it, like an app? Google does that, right?
Yeah, even if you don't ask it to, you got to, in fact, tell it not to, probably.
Yeah. On my Maps app, I've never put in my address or my work, but I can click on work if I go to Maps and
Yeah.
they know where I work. I'm like,
Right.
how the fuck do you know that? Yeah. It's just crazy. What's this say right here? Roughly 238 times. Wait, weekly, 238 times a week, you're on camera. Driving roughly 168. If you're on the road, you're on camera roughly 160 times a week, just on the road. The workplace for you're on all day long.
See, that's why it says 8 times. That doesn't sound right.
But when you work in a building that has surveillance because of I don't want to say we work, but you know what I mean? Like you're in a place where they need to see who's coming in and out, I guess. So there's cameras on all day long there.
All
everywhere.
day long.
But like at
everywhere.
most office buildings and stuff, there's not. There's
Oh,
camera
yeah, I
here,
guess
there's
that's
camera
true.
there.
I guess that's true.
Camera when you walk in, maybe.
Right.
Neighborhood doorbell ring. That's the ring
Yeah.
cameras.
Yeah.
It says twice a day. Not me, because I don't walk anywhere. People who fly frequently are recorded 1,000 times a week. I mean, I'm just saying,
Yeah.
there's no escape.
Right.
There's nothing you can do. They are finding you.
Yeah.
What's he say? My ring bell is annoying. Also, like anytime like a squirrel runs through your yard or something, it notifies you. My buddy has that ring camera, and me and him would be talking, and it'd say, the damn mailman's at my house. And I'm like, why do you care? But it's on his ring camera.
Right.
It pops up on your phone.
Well, and so I wrote down Fitbit because it's
Do they
not just video. They're
But
like,
did they report to somebody?
I don't know.
I thought that was just for you. They have like a central hub.
I don't know. Does it?
But they know what you're doing all day.
Does it go up to the cloud? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't wear one, so I don't know.
Yeah, well, I remember getting a Fitbit a long time ago when they were first coming out. Me and my wife got Fitbits, and they would just like do your heart rate and stuff.
Right.
But now they connect to your phone,
You're right.
and they know everything. They know when you're sleeping, when you
yeah,
wake,
yeah.
how many times
Santa
you fart.
Claus.
Santa Claus.
It's Santa Claus. He knows when you're asleep. He knows
Yeah.
when you're awake.
So yeah, I don't have a ring. I remember it used to be there's like a meme. It's like used to be we didn't want the government. We we didn't want to tell them our information or anything. And now I do have an Alexa. I mean, they're right here in your house.
Right.
She knows everything I do. She knows when I come home from work. She knows what I watch on TV. I mean, she's basically my girlfriend. Sad my life is. So I might start drinking more.
There you go. Sadness.
So, but did you have anything else you want to?
I can't think of anything.
Really? Nothing else on the surveillance?
What did I write? Most of what I wrote down was about 9/11.
9/11, though, that.
And all the things that they passed. See something, say something. Being a spy for the government, basically.
Yeah. And then it directly bumps up against my growing up was don't be a snitch, bitch.
Right.
You never told on nobody, you know? But then the government all of a sudden is like, hey, man, if you see something, say something. But then you have people who are like, oh, I think I see something.
Yes.
And so then, but you didn't really see something, but then you said something because that's what they want you to do. But now you've caused a whole situation for some people and nothing really happened. And now, do you feel like an asshole? Probably not.
Probably not.
You're like, I did my job today.
I was patriotic.
So, but yeah, I don't think it's funny because where I work, I barely see any of the drivers. We all have different start times. You know, we all come. I barely see any drivers, but there's a couple drivers there that I've talked to on occasion, and they know what car I drive. That I had one driver call me one day. He's like, "Man, you feeling all right?" And I'm like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "Well, you ain't been to work in a couple days." I'm like, well, "I've been to work." He's like, "Well, your car ain't been here." Well, my car had broke down, so I had to use my girlfriend's car. And I'm just like, I go, dude, I have no clue of what car you drive. I've never in my life given a fuck about I just don't pay attention to that kind of shit.
Right.
Like people are like, when the serial killer lives next door to him or whatever, like, I had no idea.
Yeah.
And I'm like, people go, yeah, you had to know. I'm like, no, I would have never known. I'll tell you that unless that house stunk.
Oh yeah.
I would never know because I talked to her, the lady that lives right next to me, and I talked to the guy who lives right across from me a couple times. I don't know what cars they drive. I don't know my neighbors.
Right.
Nobody.
Right.
I can't believe people do that, but there are people that give a shit to the point to where they would say there's some suspicious activity at the house next to me. Mm-hmm. I was taught to mind my own business.
Me too.
Is that going away?
No, I think that there's always been a certain part of the population that doesn't mind their own business. You know?
First of all, if you come in on the middle of something, even if you think you formulate an idea of what you think's happening, you don't know. Right. That's why those 30-second videos you see, or 3 second, 10 second, this is happening, this guy, that.
Oh, right.
You don't know.
Right.
You don't know what happened before that video started. Right. You don't know what those people are going through. And you don't know, a lot of times people will antagonize the situation and then turn their phone on and record it.
Yeah.
And you're like, wait a minute, you were being a bitch first. Now this guy's being you know what I hate? We're going to go off topic.
Go ahead.
These people that yell at like fast food workers or people, convenience store, it's like, what in the fuck is wrong with you, dude? Yeah. Was your life that fucking miserable? I mean, sure, there are times that something's going to happen in your life where you're going to get angry or whatever. But I've still never yelled at somebody. You know, and these people are going off on fast food workers. Yeah. And what do you think they're going to do? Do you think they're going to be like, oh, let's remake their food properly? Right. No, they're going to spit on your cheeseburger, right? Would you ever yell at a fast food worker?
No.
And a lot of times these are teenagers, right? Yeah. A lot of times they're young kids or people who are.
But a lot of it has to do with like where that person was before and what happened to him before. Like there are days, there are days where everything's going wrong. And then you finally get to a point where you're just like, rah!
Oh, yeah.
And it
so
may land somewhere where it shouldn't.
So instead of going home and kicking your dog, you beat up the...
Right. Yeah, right.
All right. Well, I think this has been a good show.
Yeah. Thank you for having me.
I appreciate you being here. I wish definitely have to talk more about some other stuff. In the next couple of weeks, I'm going to have a couple different people on. I think my cousin Amanda's coming on next week.
I
Yeah.
look forward to that.
Amanda's going to be here next week, and then I got Ken coming back on, and Jocelyn's going to be on. We're going to have some good guests coming up soon, and I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me tonight. And Laura, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
It's been a great night, and hopefully I'll see you guys soon. I do stream on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. I stream Rocket League, and then this podcast will be out on YouTube tomorrow. So you guys have a great night.
Thank you.
That was a good show.
You did it.
You do all right?
I think so.
I think so.
I hope so.
And that new mic sounds so good. I can't believe I fucked up the whole first beer.
Ah.
I fucked it up.